Bill, spam. Ooh, real mail. Ooh, it's a thank you card. You may have thought that only little kids and grandmas care about thank you cards and snail mail, but au contraire. Mail might seem obsolete, but whether you're applying for a job or running your own business or getting married, thank you cards and mail play an important part in adult life. But we don't send mail all the time anymore, so if you need a refresher on how to write a thank you card and send it, fear not, for I am behind on my thanking people and I want to show you how to do it right now. Recently, How to Adult had a few out-of-town visitors on the show, and we really appreciated them coming and talking with us, but me saying that right now does not count as a thank you. I want to send them mail. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna start with Erin Carroll, who came to talk to us about health stuff. I got a bunch of pretty pen colors so that I can make it pretty. Let's start with this weird orange color, because that seems like unusual. Dear Erin, when you're writing a thank you note, it can either be formal or informal. Erin and I are friends, and we talk a lot about our colons, so it's safe to say that this should be an informal letter. If I wanted it to be formal, I would address him by his proper titles and open my note with Dear Dr. Carroll. Once you've decided on how to address the person, you just launch right into your thank yous. Thank you for coming all the way out to Montana to be on How to Adult with me. Next, tell them something specific that you appreciated about what they did. Like, I appreciated how open you were and how expertly you answered all of our questions. If you're writing a thank you note for a gift, this would be where you would say what you liked about the gift or how you use it. Like, thank you for the mixer. It's such a wonderful addition to my kitchen and I know I'm gonna have it forever and I never knew how much I liked making bread until I had a bread mixer. Don't go over the top with it. But, you know, be nice. And thank you cards don't have to be long. People are busy, and just appreciate that you sent a card at all. People never get mail. It's so nice to get mail that isn't just more bills. So now I'm gonna wrap this one up to Erin, reiterating the thank you. It was so much fun to have you on set. Thanks again, Hank. Now, somewhat surprisingly to me, a lot of people, particularly younger people in our office, said that they sometimes get confused about how to address a letter, so I'm gonna go over that too. What a waste of a thank you note if you don't actually send it. First things first, put your card into an envelope. Side note, do not put glitter into the envelope, save that for your enemies. Then seal it up. Most envelopes have a water-activated seal called the gum that you can either lick, or if you're doing a bunch of them, it's probably good to use a damp sponge so that your mouth doesn't taste like that forever. You can also get peel and seal envelopes. Some people even use stickers or wax. Whatever floats your boat. So good. Next, the address. We're actually dealing with two addresses here, my address and Erin's address. The most important address is Erin's, so that one goes right in the front, in the center, in the middle. Most addresses are 3 lines. I'll put his name on the top, the street address or P.O. box on the second line, and his city, state, and zip code on the bottom line. Now, just in case I don't have Erin's address right, or he moved recently, or I just wrote it real bad, it's good to have a return address on there so it just doesn't disappear into the postal system. Instead, it will then come back to me. So I just put my address in the upper left-hand corner. If you have like really large handwriting or need more space, or it's a particularly long address, you can also put the return address on the back of the envelope on top. Just make sure to write it smaller so that it looks like a return address and not the address you want to send it to. Then you just need to put your stamp on the upper right-hand corner. Honestly, you could probably put a stamp anywhere on the envelope and it would still make it to its destination, but just like I don't want to glitter bomb Erin when he opens his mail, I also want to make things relatively easy for the people working to deliver my letter. Sam has suggested, who's sitting over here, that if you ever need to, there he is, if ever you need a hand figuring this out, you just Google a picture of a stamped envelope and it will have the whole layout there. If you like get confused about which side things are on, because maybe you're a little flip-floppy in your brain or you're left-handed or something and you're like, I don't know where the return address and the stamp should go, you can do that. Also, postage prices change over time, and since I don't send a ton of mail, I always buy these nice things that they have now, the forever stamps, and I know that they will always be the right amount of postage for a letter forever. Now, all I have to do is drop it into a mailbox and Erin will know how much I am thankful to him. Who are you thankful for? Send them a card and let us know in the comments who you sent that card to. How cool would it be just to fill up the comment section of this video with things and people that we are thankful for? Here's an example. I am thankful to all of the people who are watching this and all of the people who are our patrons on Patreon who make this show possible. Thank you all so much, and I hope you have a happy whatever time of the year this is in the place where you are. It's a thank you card. It says, thanks a lot. There's nothing on the inside. When I was a kid, they didn't have these, and you had like the 32-cent stamps, and you had to go and buy a bunch of plus 2-cent stamps to put on with their 32-cent stamps. It was a nightmare. The worst thing that's ever happened to a human. Like, thank you for the mixer. I never knew how much I loved bread until I got to make, thank you for the mixer, friend. Like, thank you for my mixer. I love bread, and now I get to make it myself. You're the best. I can't sound like not snarky. And every time I make bread, I see your face in the bread. Jeff.